once again, I've been watching him, so I kind of see like he got great movement. He got great punching power. I watched his fight with
Adorno?
With Rayo.
Yeah.
He kind of kept catching him in the exchanges, and he's real good at exchanging with fighters. So we'll see come fight night how he presents. So
Would you see him as a bigger puncher than that?
do I see him as a bigger puncher? Yeah, I think he's a bigger puncher than Frank Martin.
So you just heard Shakur Stevenson on a Fight Hype interview. They was asking him, that was Blue Blood and a couple of other people back there. They was asking him questions, and one of the questions that came up was, is Edwin De Los Santos a harder fight for him than Frank Martin? He said, yeah. He said he seems like he's the bigger puncher, and he's been watching him. He said he's been studying him, and, you know, he likes to catch you in between shots and stuff like that. Now, I ain't making the prediction video for this yet until I don't even know if the fight, like, when is it supposed to take place, the date. When I find out what that is, then I'll drop a prediction. But this Edwin De Los Santos dude, very strong dude. He's not one of them dudes that he just like one of these come forward, try to steamroll over you type dudes. See, that's the thing. He's more of he's a slick, awkward, weird fighting, punching dude. So does this present challenges for Shakur Stevenson? Probably minimal challenges, but that's the thing about slick dudes. Like boxers that slick and move and stuff like that, good defense and reflexes. Because Edwin De Los Santos got good reflexes too. I watched a lot of his fights, and he has good reflexes. So people that have certain skill sets, I find that a lot of times they have issues with people that have almost the same type of skill set as them. You know, like a boxer, a pure boxer will probably have problems with another pure boxer, but he'll smoke a flat-footed power puncher that likes to come forward a lot. You got the power punchers. They do good against other power punchers that like to stand in front of them and fight, but they have problems with dudes that's pure boxers and move around. So Devin Haney would definitely have problems with Shakur, and I think vice versa, just a little bit for Devin against Shakur. But Shakur has the better skill set, but their skill sets are almost like they do identical things, like they move around a lot and they defense. They're more defensively minded fighters rather than offensive. Even though Shakur Stevenson is much more of an offensive fighter than Devin is, but this Edwin De Los Santos dude, I think Shakur definitely got to be a little bit more careful in this fight, because like I said, this is awkward dudes and he has punching power, and Shakur, he acknowledged it. But like I said, the IQ of Shakur Stevenson, I believe, is high enough to negate a lot of what Edwin De Los Santos has. But like I said, awkward fighters do awkward things, so that's something to keep in mind, man. So whenever this, like, when they start talking more and more about the fight, then I'll chop it up on the probably do a live on it and also make like a prediction. So shout out to Shakur Stevenson for building on his game, man. That's what you do. You watch your opponents before your fight, man. That's how you study. You study your enemy, and that's what Shakur is doing. That's what Terrence Crawford does. And I told everybody same thing with the Errol Spence and Crawford. I said this many months. I said this like last year, before this fight was even a thing, that Terrence Crawford already had Errol Spence figured out before they even got in the ring. Watching footage and studying, that's how you do. You watch your opponent, you watch your potential opponent, you watch your enemy. You gotta pay attention to them and see how they move, so you can have the upper hand on them. And vice versa. It's up to them if they do the same thing. As long as you do what you need to do to negate whatever they got coming. But interesting take by Shakur. Shout out to him for acknowledging Edwin De Los Santos, some of the things that he could bring to the table against him, especially that power. Power's not everything, but when you slick and then you got this awkward ass style to you, That could present challenges to a lot of fighters, especially like I said, the fighters that like to move around a lot of stuff. But I got my own opinion on the outcome of the fight. I ain't gonna talk about it right now, but anyway, I want to get what y'all think. Drop a comment, let me know what y'all think about what Shakur said and how you feel about the fight. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm off this.